Three to the front. How you doing, buddy? Check 1, 2. Can you hear me? Good afternoon, PGA. Do you play golf? Are you a golfer? Signed Spectre. Yes, it is. 100%. I'm not showing it off for the live. It's just not up on the wall yet. There you go. Jacksonville. Hey, we're going to be there. Let me pull up the tour schedule. Jacksonville is coming right up, September 12th. September 12th at the Comedy Zone. I should put this over here. I expect to see you there, whoever that was. Steven. Bees are great. I would recommend Tally Ho and B. And believe it or not, Penguin Elites. Table Pharaoh, just use a brand new deck of cards. And you need a mat, obviously. And stay with it. Just be patient. It's one of the hardest things to do with a deck of cards. That and your false deals. But a lot of people practice that stuff with the regular decks of cards that they're practicing with all day long with palming and such, and that's not going to cut it. You need brand new cards for that. How many of those books have I read? I haven't read one. That's AI backdrop. Nobody reads books anymore. You know, it's odd. I get that question a lot. Why would you buy a book and then not read it? Why would you buy a book and then not read it? Interesting. T-shirt with LaDanny. Oh, that one. I think I know the shirt you're talking about. I think. Is it this one? Look at this. Merch. Hello, people. Respect the hustle. Look at that. Bam. Are you talking about this one? We always we make shirts and then we just tweak the design and move on. So if you're talking about that shirt, there's only 3 left. When we come to Sweden, we'll be there for sure. We have London. We have, if I don't get stabbed to death in London, we're going to Paris. And if I survive Paris and don't get my watch ripped off in Paris, we're going to Germany. We're looking at a place in Belgium. Netherlands will 100% be in Netherlands. And I'm sure we'll add other places when we're there. That is a lot of books. You're right. Have I read all those books? No, they're not even real. That's a backdrop. How much for that shirt? I don't know what those shirts. I have to talk to Mark. I have no idea. I think they're in the $30 range or something in that neck of the woods. If you really want a shirt, just shoot me an email through my website. There's literally 3 left. And that's it. That'll never be printed again. There's only 3. I think there's a medium, a large, and a medium, a large, and an XL. That was our first shirt that we ever printed. But there's always new shirts. That's 100% a back. That's AI. Nobody would have read that many books. What amp is that? That is a Bruno. Tony Bruno. Guy in the Catskills, handmade amps. Bruno, it's like cheating. It turns a $100 Guitar Center Bullet, like a Fender Bullet, like a cheap, junky guitar, into like a 1950s Strat. That thing is completely unfair. Can I recommend a book? For what? For card tricks or for card? If you're just, are you just starting out? Like, give me a little bit more. Shipping to Czech Republic. I think last time I checked, shipping stuff over your way is about $40. A Squire Strat. Oh, that back there? No, that's a real one. I can't play. This is all just AI. I don't know how to play. Look. No idea what I'm doing. Without Frank here, I can't make it look like I'm shredding the guitar. You want some middle of the ground card magic stuff? You can't go wrong with these. So let's say you've got some stuff under your belt. Have you read Stars of Magic? Have you? Have you really? There's some great stuff in here. All right. Card College. There's 5 volumes of Card College, and then there's also like others, Standing Magic and Card Magic Light and all sorts of odds and ends. But I would recommend all 5 volumes of that. Did you really do all 5? I don't think so. And then Royal Road. You can't go wrong with Royal Road. Screenshot these or write them down. I should probably leave those out because in about 30 seconds, everyone's going to ask for what those books were again. I'm not a lefty. Denmark. Yeah, I was just talking earlier. We have a big European thing coming up. Amsterdam, Belgium, Germany. We're doing London and Paris coming up. The camera's not backwards. I asked them to put the decal on backwards. DVD. Yeah, where is that? I don't even know where. I don't even think I have those. I don't even think I have those in the house. Steve, 40 on the wash. Not real. No. It is not. Steve 40 is great for mucking and switches and palming, action palms. Oh my God, the action palms in there, all that stuff. 40's books. There's 4 big books. Gambling Sleight of Hand by 40. There's 2 volumes of this. Screenshot time. He wrote the cover backwards. It's a misprint. Very rare. 2 volumes of this, and then Steve 40's other books, Poker Protection and Casino Game Protection. Those are the books you want to read for the most advanced card cheating stuff you can possibly do. Best courses for Casino Wash. I haven't written them yet. Shows coming to Sacramento. We just added a whole bunch of dates. San Diego, that they come in. I quite literally today we got 2 new dates plus 8 dates, 10 dates today. Favorite trick to perform? That's a good question. Favorite trick to perform? Thank you, Solo Optic. I appreciate it. Favorite trick to perform? It varies. Right now, the poker chip is really a lot of. I mean, that takes the house down. That's at the end of near the end of the show. It's like the third from the last trick, because everybody knows. A very suspenseful routine because everybody knows what's going to happen, but they can't believe it. The card catch is a lot of fun to perform. But right now, man, I'm having a lot of fun with this new thing. I don't want to drop the title of it. Everything gets stolen on the internet, so I don't want to talk about it. But it's going to be in my third book. And man, it's just killing. It's just killing audiences. It's just so much fun to perform. The wash is so impossible. Can I give you a hint? It's done very well. That's my hint. Most difficult trick to perform, man, I'm telling you, when you have a 10-minute script and like 1,000 different variables to work, here's really complicated tricks are the ones that the audience is kind of dictating. You give them a lot of choices. So in the middle of your routine, you have to work with them, whatever they say. Do you want to do it this way or that way? And then you have to adapt to that. Easier tricks are like you do it the same way every single time. So the hardest tricks are really the ones that you're giving the spectator so many options. Do you want to roll the dice again? Blah, blah, blah. Dice still available? Oh, good question. Dice still available. Look at this. In the mail today. Is everybody everybody underwater today? It rained really bad today. I got these before they got destroyed in the rain. Look at that. Who can tell me what this is? 100% pure, uncut, Nicaraguan yam. No, it's their dice right from the factory. 001. Look at that. Who wants that? Literally the first one out of the box. These showed up today. And they're just gorgeous. If you want to buy these, they're on my site, but right now my site's down. Are they not gorgeous or what? Sanded? Beautiful. What are my views on people reviewing or revealing magic on YouTube? They're quite literally scumbags. The whole point of this industry is that there's methods that the only reason you can get work is because you have methods that are protected because you're not supposed to share them. And then scumbags say, I'm not good enough to do the stuff, but I can monetize a YouTube channel. And the best part is they don't even make any money. If you look at, I know my numbers. So when you see someone else's channel and they have 20,000 subs and they have one video with 1 million views or something like that, would they get paid for that? $22? Good work. Did the Rolex guy ever sue me from the last live? You know what? There's 40 people trying to sue me for that watch. And I'm not getting any. Could you imagine going to a lawyer and saying, this guy has a contest where he's giving away a watch and I want it. Nah. Are you going to be a professional? That's exactly what they sound like. Are you going to be a professional lawyer and say, well, he can't do that. That watch is yours. Okay. Okay. The rules are clear. The last comment wins. Bond watch. Yeah, this is one of my favorite watches. This really is. This watch. If you have an opportunity to put this on, go to an Omega dealer and put this on. This watch weighs nothing. And look at that color combo on that watch. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Is that gorgeous or what? It weighs nothing, but the color combination is the muted silver. It's not, doesn't have that luxury shine to it. It really is something else. Has anyone ever gotten pissed and walked out of my shows? No, but I did a lecture one time a long time ago, and there was a guy in Louisiana. During the lecture, I was teaching my stuff, and for magicians, room of like 50 people, and I was right in the middle of doing something, and this guy stood up and walked out, and uh, everybody said, "Oh, don't mind him." Just a grumpy old magician that wanted to let me know he didn't like my content. Where's he now? He's probably dead. That was 2007. Yeah, 2017, 2018. He's probably dead. What do I think separates someone ripping off a trick versus similar or purpose? Well, ripping off means you've copied everything. You've copied the tone, the pacing, the style, the words, the jokes, the moves, just all the way to the end. If you're doing that, you're just a thief. If it's published, that's different because it's published in a book. But really, if you want to be out there putting yourself out there, you should put your own spin on something. So, like, what rub can you put on something and take it to the next level to make it yours, right? That's the thing. Oh, I love this song, but I love the way so-and-so does it. That, right? That's what we want to kind of see in magic. So, if you're going to do somebody's stuff out of a book, put your own spin on it. If you're going to just steal from somebody, you're a scumbag, especially if it's unpublished material. Did someone say fool us? Don't mind me. How do prime numbers work? I can't believe that people have a tough time. Are we all adults in chat here? Prime numbers is like elementary school stuff. 8 is prime. 9 is prime. 16 2 is prime. We all can agree that. So if you take 2, 2, 2, and 2, those are all prime numbers. Put them all together. That's 8. 8's prime, quadruprime. 16 is prime, 21 is prime, and 25 is, I could keep going, but that's for now. 2, 8, 9, 16, 21, 25. Yeah, the prime doesn't go away. If you have a prime number and it's part of another number, the prime doesn't just vanish. Andre, yeah, he has a great deck. Really, my style is a little clean for me, a little too. I was a fine magician, got great ideas and such, but I would say I tend to like magicians that have a little bit more of an edge. Yeah, quadruprime. Did I stutter or are we live? Quadruprime. Intermediate mechanic to work on. What is the most important thing? Well, staying consistent with your practice. I'm going to ignore everybody's questions for the next 5 minutes. You have to practice the right way, but you have to practice like on a schedule almost, because your moves will deteriorate. And a lot of magicians and amateur card mechanics or whatever that are practicing stuff at home, you practice what you're good at. So you're just sitting in the mirror and it's this self-gratifying, oh, look how good I am, but you're not getting better at anything. It's like sitting at home practicing 2 + 2. Dude, you got it. You're quite literally wasting your time. Go to the gym and lift 2-pound weights. What are you doing? So you have to be real with yourself and say, you know what, this sucks. Can I talk about Zaros that I see on the internet? Holy fuck. Zaro, what are you doing? What are you doing? So that should be something you look at objectively in the mirror and say, you know, I am not that good at this. So you need to look at all your material and say, this is what I suck at, and then practice that, not the stuff that you're good at. But you have to maintain. If you don't do a bottom deal for 6 weeks or 2 months, it's going to start falling apart. So you have to just make sure that you're practicing correctly and honest with yourself. This sucks. I got to get better at this. And then, yeah, people practice stuff they're already good at it. You're wasting your time. Denver. I was just in Denver. We did the improv in March. How do I know? Because it was my birthday. I spent my birthday in Denver. Steven, how you doing, bud? Are there tricks I haven't done in a while that I have forgot? No, it's that. Well, I mean, yeah, I could go through my notes from 2007 and find stuff I haven't done forever. But part of that practice thing I just talked about is going through your old stuff and bringing it back, saying, oh, I haven't done this in 3 months. Because you don't want to be on stage saying, how does this go? Is it an in or an out? Or do I take the top to the right or top to the left? Or do I hold back 3 and then 4? Or is it 4 and 3? You don't want to be in that situation. So, and then a lot of times in the stuff that I do anyway, there's a lot of like one card displacements sometimes. If you're a magic nerd, you're going to know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, have a sip of coffee. There's one card displacements sometimes. And man, if you don't do a trick for 6 months, you're going to be like, is that one card top to bottom or one card bottom to top? What am I doing here? And you don't want to be in that situation. Brett, how you doing, Brett? Could I do all my tricks if I lost a finger? Well, it depends on what finger. My left hands is the important one. Do I have butterfly playing cards? I think I have 1 butterfly playing cards. I might even have them over here. I don't know where they are. I think they're my main card collection's upstairs. Oh, Steven, you know what? Brian Brushwood. I don't know who that is. Sorry. I never make notes. What do I write in notes? Your notes are like discoveries when you're practicing and you realize, hey, this works better this way, or I did this today and I got better visual retention, or I'm really struggling with this. That all notes you need to write down, and then you have to do research and find out how do I fix that and all that other stuff. 15 people or 500 people? 500 for sure. 15 is intimate, but you're going to get bigger reactions and it's more energy and more excitement in a room full of 500 people. The biggest show I've ever did, if you're asking, no one asked, but I'm offering. 1870. We did 1,770 seats. We sold out a place called Parks Casino. And the electricity, the excessive reactions, there's nothing like it, having an audience that big. Daniel Craig is not my favorite Bond. Sean Connery is my favorite, but Daniel Craig is definitely a favorite. Magic Castle. I don't do the castle. The castle's too small. I hate to sound like whatever, but the castle, the late night room is what, 20 some seats. Roger Moore is great, but Daniel Craig is more responsible. I'm using a lot of Daniel Craig traits in my character, but he's just a little bit more of a killer, and Roger Moore was a little bit more of a lover. Had more puns, softer. It's just I like Craig because it's a little bit of a harder edge. Biggest turnout of the show, I just said 1770. Yeah, Daniel is he's a great actor, but in the opening scene in Casino Royale, when he has his gun, the guy opens up his drawer. Well, I think I know where you keep your gun. Do I know Daniel Roy? Daniel Roy, yeah, he ripped off like a ton of my shit. Unfortunately, Daniel was a friend, and then suddenly he went on his channel and posted 10 levels of sleight of hand, which is my closing effect in Game Changer. Just took it right out of the book. Changed the name of it, put it on his channel, and it has 5 million views, and it built his whole channel. And we had a long talk about credit. 1 million followers soon. We're about to hit 1 million on Instagram. We're like, hey, here's a favor. What do we have, 160 people in here? After this live, go over on Instagram and give me a follow if you don't follow me. We're quite literally in the home stretch. John Wick movies. Have you ever seen? Oh, no, it was just a shitty thing to do, and especially being that we both had lessons with Darwin. Obviously, I had 20 years worth of lessons. I think he had 3 or 4 lessons with Darwin. We would share ideas and such, but a lot of the ideas that we shared are now on his channel. Like that's not your stuff to publish and put on the internet. So I think it was a mistake of me to be that open with some of the material that I do. Yeah, it is a little bit, David. It's unfortunate that happened, but it is what it is. Sean, how you doing? When is my 3rd book? It's on my desktop as we speak. I would say I've been kicking it down the road because of all the theft that's happening. Andy Gladwin just talked about all the stealing magic. You know, I'm going to put that book out, and it's going to be on all the China websites for $1.99. Did I play with BB King? Yeah, 100%. Oh, I can show my BB King thing. At BB, between 2001 and 2003, and here's his entire bands on here. Everybody. James Toney, that was a keyboard player. BB's signature's right there. All the horn players, the horn section, bass player, Mike. But I toured with Shamika Copeland's, and we opened up for BB for like 3 years. And during that time, I was able to do card tricks for all the guys in his bands. And I kind of broke the, there's politics on the road. You know, if you're with BB, you're supposed to be separate, and the opening bands are supposed to be separate. And yeah, buy it for $2K. No, that's all that was signed in 2002. That's certainly not for sale. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the politics. I was able to break into their circle doing card tricks. Jeremy Tan is a cruise ship magician. And all of a sudden he overnight started doing casino washes and casino structured, blackjack shit. And he took like 3 or 4 things, and he had his mega viral, whatever that, 100 billion views video was. And it's kind of like cruise ship magician decided to hit the algorithm lottery and just steal some content. So is what it is. There's like 3 videos that he did that I got mine and his, and it's like the script is shouldn't play cards with strangers, and it's like all the lines at the same place. And then after you shuffle the card, you always do two shuffles, then you strip the cards, then you shuffle. Then the one-handed cut prevents all methods of cheating. Why does that sound familiar? Fucking fuck. It's like he just watched the video and said, "Oh, I'll do that." And he's got that shitty he doesn't have the technique to play the part. And then we'll be done trashing him a second. There's a bottom deal video of Jeremy Tan that, like, if you see that, you're going to go, wait, what? Have I met Richard Turner? No, I talked to Richard Turner on the phone. a handful of times, but we've never met. Never mind that. Gotta catch up over here. McAllen 25. Yeah, it's just in my last. It's no, no, my last travel video. I went to Spain. I went to Majorca for like 9 days, and over there, the client. I showed up for the show, and the client had a box of cigars and Mac 25 sitting for me. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Like 18 is amazing, but the 25 is just. It's yes, the hype. It's all about the hype. Markobi, I think don't we talk about this every single live? I don't. I'm not a fan. It looks like mental illness to me. This is not a personal attack on him. Great guy, I'm sure. I can't watch the material. It's so nonsensical and so disjointed and disconnected, and it's just I don't. It rubs me the wrong way, man. I'm just here sharing what I. Ricky J, phenomenal. So in magic, what I prefer, right? So people can like different foods, you know, man. So one person might like something, other people might like something else. But when I watch magic, I want to kind of know what the point is. I want to know what we're doing. And to be like in a closet filming something with the camera 3 inches away and flashing like times, and then using a little miniature doll, and then there's like some string, and then the video ends, and you're just like, what the did I what is this? I don't like it. Who do I actually admire and enjoy watching? Michael Vincent is a beast. There's a Spanish magician. His last name is Mattis, Matas. Phenomenal. I'm not against every magician. There's Andrew Wimhurst, Tony Cabral is amazing. Jack Carpenter is one of the best magicians on the planet. Uh, there's some people that just pop on my feed sometimes. I don't know who they are. Some Asian kid doing amazing shit. So there's fantastic performers out there. When the next Jennings books comes out, I have no idea. Jacksonville, yeah, that's coming right up, September 12th. Whoa, Sean. Sean, that's incredible. That's incredibly generous. Grab a cup of that's an expensive cup of coffee. It's like four. I get a americano. I think they're $4 or $5 or something. So, thank you, man. I appreciate it very much, man. Give that guy some love. Have I ever fixed a game with the wrong people? No. If you're in a game trying to fix it and it's the wrong people, you've got a lot of learning to do. The games that I worked in were clueless people that were watching the game on the TV, and that's the kind of game you want to work in. Go to one of my shows. Do I have to dress up? Well, there's I mean, I'm in a suit. I usually wear a 3-piece when I perform. I'm sure you can't wear a Speedo and Crocs and a dirty tank top, but you don't have to like wear a suit and tie and all that. What about other Magic cards? Magic the Gathering. I've never even held a Magic the Gathering card. I've never held a what's the other one? Pokemon card. Never in my life have I. I don't think I've even seen one in real life. So I'm not saying I'm not a nerd. I played World of Warcraft, uh, but I've never held the cards. So baseball cards. I don't think I've ever even held a baseball card in my life. Um, so I wouldn't do any manipulation with those cards. Come in. Oh, huge influence in my early thing. World of Warcraft vanilla. Remember Vanilla WoW 2007? I had just gotten out of the hospital and I was recovering, and I needed like 2 to 4 weeks recovery. So my friend was like, "Dude, you got to play this game. You can mine ore." And he was talking about dragons, and he was talking about fighting and arena, and and I think it was season 1 and Hellfire Peninsula. And the thing that got me was interested was the mining. I was like, you can fly or you can like travel around and go in the woods and mine ore. That sounds pretty cool. Uh, but I don't play anymore. Tracking cards. Screenshot time. And guess what? These are called books. They have information. They open like this. And you can learn all about tracking cards, following a casino shuffle. Let's map a shuffle. Black belt in blackjack. Write it down, kiddos. Pokemon cards. No, you just missed. I never even held one. Black belt in blackjack. Did I originally learn from books? Yeah, 100%. I read books before I met Darwin. This is one of my first. Well, this is like my first big boy book. Darwin Ortiz at the card table. Oh, and Card Shark. This really this changed my life. I was probably maybe 17 or something like that when I started reading that. Card Shark. Come on, you can flip that around, guys. My absolute first book was this. Look at that. Screenshot time. This was my first magic book. Look at that. Look at that binding. I checked it out of Heermans Memorial Library when I was 8 years old. I still have the library card. Someone in chat want to figure out what the late fees are on this? Checked out in 1986. This was another one of my first books. Great. There's a great trick in here. Oh, I don't want to say the name of it, but there's a fantastic. Let's give away the method. So there's a great book for cards. So I started with that stuff, and then this book changed my life as well. I knew I was going to need it again. This book changed my life, and then the rest is meeting Darwin. And when I met Darwin, everything obviously changed. Shuffle tracking cookbook. I don't know what that is. There's another tracking book, and that's this one. Screenshot time. Screenshot. Jim, you can message through my site, through my website, and my manager will reach out. If you're looking for these books, I would suggest eBay and ABE, Used Book Exchange. Is there footage of Darwin's Magic? He's got DVDs that you can still find. I know DVDs are dated, but I'm sure that magic dealers still sell that stuff. Have I ever broke my arm and was unable to practice? No, I'm very fortunate. The only thing I've ever broke, I had a tiny little hairline fracture in my toe one time, and I've never had the misfortune of breaking anything. In the hand stacking, do I use? Yeah, I don't use either of those stacks, but I do have a stack that I use. Do I still do Darwin's tricks? Of course. Oh, he created some of the most amazing, perfectly structured things, routines that he worked on for 20, 30, 40 years. Like, imagine having something that you put that much time into. So they're perfectly constructed, and our characters are very similar. I'm obviously a much more edgy and much more obnoxious and annoying and horrible human being, but the con man persona fits. So I can take something of his and it plugs right in. So yes, I do plenty of his material still. It's fantastic. Do I have issues with arthritis? No, I've never had any issues with my hands, fortunately. I don't know why. I use my hands for piano, guitar, and for cards, and I'm using them every single day. And I've never, I don't know if I'm going to wake up one day and it's going to be a problem, but I don't have any issues. Cy Stebbins, good for a handful of things, and then that's it. Good night, Sean Murray. Thank you, man. I appreciate you joining in. Thank you for joining. Fretless bass. No, I don't. No, I wouldn't venture into fretless. I could get through a couple songs on a regular 4-string. Man, I played a 5-string once and I was so lost. I just was so I had a better time playing it when I wasn't looking at the neck, because the 5th string just kind of like throws you off. Jonathan, yeah, I like to keep that a secret, but I know what you mean. It's a setup that is it's it's all about a 10-minute setup, and it's a bit much. Is there a routine that gives me butterflies before I start it? No, if you're having butterflies on stage, that means you did not adequately prepare. The whole thing that I really, I don't know. People ask the nerves thing all the time. If you on stage, that's your environment. You belong there. You know what I mean? You need to work so much that when it's time for the show, it's just like, I'm ready to go. It's not nerves. I don't know how to explain it. It's it's hard to explain. I don't know how to explain. Even when I did the Philadelphia, the 2000 seater there, I wasn't pacing around backstage prior. I've had that feeling before, but that last time I was nervous that I can remember that I was actually like a pit in my stomach was 2004. 2004. And I did where is it? It's this. International Magic Convention. I did this. I performed this, and I was a nervous wreck backstage. I was doing a magic competition. That was 2004. Boss man, the last time I messed the trick up, I couldn't recover from, was 2009. I was palming a card, and the woman saw it, and she said, She pulled it out of my hand, and said, "What's this?" And we all had a good laugh. But there's no recovery for that. And fortunately, that wasn't on stage. That was just there's 3 of us. It was 2 girls and me. Top 2 books for tracking cards: Advantage Play and Black Belt in Blackjack. Best poker player? There's so many at the top. You get the Phil Hellmuth. I don't think he's the best, but Phil Ivey. These are poker celebrities, Danny Negreanu and all that. But somebody who's really great is this guy. Man, if you're into poker, if you want to get better at poker, this is a fantastic book to read. I'm not saying he's the best, but boy, he made a fantastic book. Screenshot time. But as far as when you say best poker player, man, it's like the best golfer. There's the same people that rise to the top all the time, but who's the best? And it's kind of like we get fooled into the celebrity rather than the actual numbers that they're doing. And best is such a weird way to categorize things. They're all good, Anyway, that book is a great book. Video tutorials. Right now on Kevin, right now on my YouTube, right here, there's I have a membership page, $3 a month or something, and there's probably 7 by now. There's really easy, like it's just the bronze level, it's just the low level, but it's all super easy. Like if you can hold a deck of cards, you can do the tricks. But they're very good. They're very strong routines. Just because they're easy doesn't mean they're difficult. Sorry, perform for kids? I would never. Not in a million years. Uh, dump acid in my eyes and dip me into broken glass and then put me in a wood chipper and then smear me on a hot Walmart parking lot in Texas and let the sun just bake my human remains into the atmosphere. I would rather do that than perform for children. Uh, the book's fucking Advantage Play and Black Belt in Blackjack by Snyder. America's Got Talent for $1 million. Who says I don't have $1 million? I don't need America's Got Talent, nor do I really want to. I don't really care about it. It's a game show. It's like it's for an undiscovered magician from Kansas to have his big moment. It's not. It doesn't fit. It just. I don't know why. I am touring, and I'm having fun, and I don't owe anybody anything. I didn't sign any contracts with on my own boss right now, and I don't have to do a football commercial because of the deal that you signed, and then you have to have. We're doing just fine, John. You are 100% right. I don't have to. Yeah, I don't. And that's the other thing about Foolish. Foolish is even less. Foolish is like Star Search with Ed McMahon. You know. He's 8 years old from Kansas City, and he does card magic. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the great Jason. Like I have to go out and prove myself to 4 people and have confetti dropped. We're out fucking touring around the world. Anyway, I'm very happy with what I'm doing right now, and that's the end of that. Favorite trick I've seen. I remember one of my favorites with Darwin. Here we go. Story time. Uh, I, this may not be my trick, but it's one of my favorite memories with Darwin. Getting absolutely cooked because he had me pick a card, put it back in the deck, and he's washing the cards, and then he starts doing face up, face down shuffles, and the cards are all mixed up. And then he says, "Would you be impressed if I could find your card?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, because like, what the hell, man? The cards have been you shuffled all these times." Faces into backs, and then he spreads all the cards out, and all the cards are fixed except for one card. And I remember thinking, how the hell did you get that card fixed and with the wash stuff in there too? Because that's wild. And control talking. Story time. Did we lose? Hang on a second. Hang on. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? He does the wash. Yeah, he does the wash, and it's faces into backs. Faces into backs. And he found my card. He spreads the cards out, and there's my 9 of hearts. I'll never forget this. 9 of hearts. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But he's still talking. He's still saying. And remember earlier I said that I was going to control your card through. And I'm thinking like, why is he talking? Because the trick's over. And he's gathers up the deck, and he's still talking. And this fucker turns the deck over, and it's in new deck order. And I had like chills and shit. I was destroyed by that. Absolutely destroyed. I had no. Yeah, that was the first time I ever saw any wash stuff, and I couldn't. Repeat the trick for my next video. You know, I actually have a performance of me doing that trick that I just described. But it's from like, it's quite literally from 2010. And it's not up to par with what I'm doing today. But I have it on video. I'm sure that someday I'll release either on a streaming, you know, some paywall type thing where you can see like old footage of me doing things. Nurbik Dada. Yeah, we're suing the living fuck out of that piece of shit. He's quite literally stolen like 60, 70 videos. And I have sue you money. I have sue you money. So you can't I've made this very clear, and he doesn't think that he's stealing. And so we're teaching him and his shitbox lawyer that you can't steal people's content. It's like 70 videos. It's not even just the spoon one. If I'm teaching a trick and I cut the 9 cards off, there's that. There's the stopwatch. There's the kings from the deck with the comment and the spell your name to the card. There's I could just go on. We have a whole list. We're on it. We have the whole list. But to just say, hey, love your work, but we're not stealing anything, is a clear indication that he's either completely this, or he is it's malicious, and he is taking he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it anyway. Character. Please hold. Creating the art of character. That's a good one. Screenshot time. Oh, this is great. This is a fantastic book. Creating character. Can't go wrong with this. Is more than character, but it's got a lot of character development in it. Darwin's book there. And then where's my creating character book? There is a creating character. Where is that? Well, there's another book called Creating Character. And it might be upstairs. That's why I don't have it. How do I know Jeremy Tan? Are you know Jeremy Tan? No, I never met Jeremy Tan, but I know he's scrolled through my videos a handful of times. Orange 1/3 show. That's the, no, it's called Creating Character. Oh, Building a Character. My bad. Fantastic book. Thank you, Eagle Eyes, in the chat for that. And by the way, 1, 2, 3, that's 5. These go up. That's the fifth shelf down. All numbers are not prime, no. Andrew, 2, 8, 9, 16, 21, 25, those are prime numbers. Darwin reveal. Oh, yeah. That was the beginning of the wash venture. And basically, it gave me a card problem. And I wanted to come up with Like I used his wash stuff as a springboard to start my own wash stuff. And I worked on all that really hard for 6 years maybe or so that other pieces of shit can steal it and put it on the internet. That's why I really worked on it. I said, you know, I want to help out other shit performers. I want to help build their channels. Ogre, wrong. 8 and 16 are prime. Bet me money. Go into, do a super chat. Bet me money. And I'll prove to you that 8 and 16 are prime. And if they're not, I'll double your money back. Did you hear what I said? I will double your money back. 8 and 16 are prime. I'll prove it right, and I will do the math. I'll show you the work. Pinky count from at the table, Darwin. Yeah, the pinky count is like if you want to be an actual card performer, pinky count is essential. If you are not doing a pinky count, you probably suck. Rob, prime number, wrong. Rob, same goes for you. 8 and 16 are prime. 9 is prime. 2 is prime. 21, 25, those are prime numbers. So go into super chat, bet money. I'll prove it. And if I'm not right, I'll double your money back. I'll send you, if you send me 20 bucks, I'll send you 40 back if I'm not right. What's on the wrist today? We're rocking. Can anybody tell who's got eagle eye? It's backwards. Can anybody, who's the watch guy in chat that can tell me what this is? Nobody wants to learn math. Look at this. I have the answers. It's not a sub. It's not a Folex either, John. There we go, Harry Dog. Go to Scotch. Man, that 18, there's 2 different kinds of 18 I'm drinking right now. There's 2 different kinds of 18 that are fantastic right now. So Macallan 18, but Macallan has a something called the Harmony Collection. The Harmony Collection, it's called, and they make one called Vibrant Oak. And it's fantastic. Not a sub. You can tell by the font on the outside. If you're not a watch guy, see how squared off these numbers are? And it's a two-tone. It's hard to see sometimes, the two-tone, especially on this one. It can look like it's all black. That's a GMT. Prime numbers, 2, 8, 9, 16, 21, 25. We'll start there. Google account 43, rocking the knowledge. It's like Scotch, all of it. Single malt Scotch. Is fantastic. J Quest, wrong. 50. No, I'm not wrong. Prime numbers. Bet me right now. I'll do the math. I will prove you wrong in this live. Right now, 100%. Why not? You're so confident you're right. Why not put a $20 dono in there? Because if I'm not right, you'll get 40 bucks back. Oh my God, it almost seems like the guy that's right about everything is asking for money, like he's just gonna lose. I mean, come on, guys. J-Quest, what's my Venmo? It's Jason-Ladani. But right now, no, I'll prove it to you right now, man. Balvini. Oh my God, Balvini's amazing. Right now, I have a 14 upstairs and I have a 21. It's the 21. The sherry one is just beautiful. 8 is in fact a prime number. Do I own Omegas? Do I own Omegas? Sure do. This is probably my favorite. This might be. I don't want to say my favorite watch, but this is up there, man. This thing is titanium, weighs absolutely nothing. It is featherweight, absolutely gorgeous colors. Doesn't have that like ridiculous shiny, hey everybody look at me type thing. It's just a fantastic watch. Eight is prime, yeah, 100%. I can't believe how many people in the comments don't know basic elementary math. It blows my mind. And people come in the comments, and you don't know what you're talking about. You absolutely don't know what you're talking about. And there's never any proof. You just say it, and I'm supposed to just accept. No. I have quite literal proof. Someone learned one of my tricks really well and performed it. Well, it depends. Is it like if you watch mine and then you watch theirs, is the audience seeing the same thing? That's just ripping somebody off. If it's published, go out and do it. Have fun. I put it in a book for you to do it. But if you're just going on my channel and watching unpublished stuff and just ripping off the sequences, the jokes, the lines, the whole thing, like the poker chip's a great example. You have no business doing the poker chip. It's not yours. It doesn't belong to you. Heads of hip hop, why don't you stick to Grinder? That's where you belong. Oh, heads of hip hop. I know what the problem is. I'm not communicating to heads of hip hop properly. Hang on, let me just figure out how to talk to this guy for a second. Let's see. How do I talk to this guy? How do I properly communicate to this guy? Because he's not. It's like I'm talking, but he's not getting it. Huh. Like I want to discuss stuff with him, but I just don't know exactly how to communicate. I don't know. I'm gonna have to brush up a little bit before I try to communicate to you, because I don't think you'll understand the things I have to say. Something about my tattoos. I didn't get tattoos because they look good. I got tattoos because I did something in my life it's like the same thing with like buying a watch. You kind of associate something with that. And for example, being free, not having a boss, not having to answer to anybody, and not having anybody, not setting alarms in the morning and all that, reaching the point where I'm saying, all right, I am doing this entirely on my own. That was a very meaningful step for me to be like free from all that. I was in bands, and it's your family. You gotta go away with them, and you're on their time. And if the phone rings, they say you have 2 weeks off. You have 2 weeks off. And then 3 days into that, they call you and say, oh, we just picked up a week in the Virgin Islands. You got to go do that. It's like, what the hell? So you're turning me into the library officials. Yeah, you should. 1986. Somebody do the math. What is the late fee for a book from 1986 that I still have? When did I realize I'm an elite magician? I would say one of the big moments for me when I realized that Darwin was performing my material. That I couldn't really wrap my head around. Because it wasn't just like an effect of his that I rebooted. It was a completely my own. And he called me up with some ideas, like or questions. When you have this, how do you do this and this? And and I was like, holy shit! If he's asking that question, he must be in depth with it. And that's when I realized that if I have Darwin Ortiz that's enjoying performing my material, that was big for me. 8-year-old in a body cast. That kid's probably dead by now. Um, Wow, it's so amazing that nobody donated for the Prime. I guess you guys want to continue to be ignorant in math. That's all right. Thoughts on Jason Mayer? Jason's a street performer, so that's why he talks like a million miles an hour. He just does not stop talking. The Rob prime numbers are defined as 2, 8, 9, 16, 21, 25. Start there. If it's published in a book, well, the internet kind of changed everything. If it's in a book, the magician released it to you. Said, here, here, do it. But like I said, if it's in the book, why don't you, instead of just doing it right off the pages, what's your version of it? What's your take on it? What's your spin? What makes it yours? Like the cookbook, a recipe from a book, from a cookbook. You can, you're as you cook it, it improves, it changes. It's never just like what it was when you first read it. How do I make 9? Not well. You got to pay for the. You go. You got to pay, brother. 9 is prime, 100% prime. Yeah, boss man, you can simply Google why 9 is prime. It'll tell you right there. But people want me to do all the work. Psychopathic expression on his face. That's a good one. Everybody knows that when I read, I turn total psychopath. Your mom certainly is prime. She's one of my favorites. The only thing I don't like about your mom is the line. The line, my God, it's like an hour and a half at least. Sleeves. I don't do any. I work with playing cards, and that's it. I ain't gonna be doing nothing with no Magic the Gathering. What's Pokemon? No cards, baseball cards. 8 and 9 are prime. You finally got it right. Holy shit, Johnny. Is AI writing your the deed of open-handed generosity? That's got to be Chat GPT stuff right there. Tarot cards. I think I have. Do I have a tarot deck? I don't know if. I think I may have one. Video games, man. What are we talking? Marcus, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Glad you're digging the videos. Why did I choose playing cards and nothing else? They talk to me, man. I just enjoy. I just enjoy everything that you can do with cards and card games and skill-based things, and you can do an entire show with cards, man. You can't do an entire show with coins. Could you imagine? That'd be real. I mean, I'm sure there's a guy out there could do it, but for some reason, oh, we got head of hip hop. Bye. The Fauci stuff, yeah, that was hard to watch. The Fauci hearings, hard to watch anything political these days. But that certainly was a hard watch. $35-year scotch and 3 Tylenol. I'm surprised she could walk. Rocking some Bruce Wayne today. Thank you for everything you do. Thanks, man. Thank you, man. I'm just hanging out, doing my thing. Party cat, cheers. I'm just hanging out doing my thing, man. I'm putting it up there, and you guys are enjoying it. So thank you. Can I play a normal game of poker and not manipulate to your advantage? Well, it depends on how much is in the pot. It's not my fault if someone's shuffling the cards and you're able to have I'm using a skill-based thing to determine where certain cards are in the deck, which can give you a little bit of an advantage, and you can bet accordingly. But that's skill. I'm not cheating. That's just skill. That's the beautiful thing about tracking. Is it really cheating? Is it? The Moon Watch. I have the Black Black Speedy. Dark Side of the Moon. Do I mentor? Yeah, I have. I teach. I have probably 30 students now. How do I stop burnout? Well, I enjoy what I do. So if I gave you $250 a day, just said, here you go. Would there be a day that you're like, man, I'm kind of sick of you giving me $250 a day? You just enjoy it. Nurbik Duda skill Dada. He's a piece of shit. He's a thief. That's what that is. That's the end of that conversation. Tracking math is not that complicated. You have to do multiple simple equations at once. That's all. Tricks with tarot cards? No. How many books are back there? Oh, I think I added them up once. I think it's just shy of 2,000. Well, actually, there's more. This is just some. The shelf goes all the way. There's a third. There's more there. And I have books upstairs. There's another bookshelf upstairs. And then there's another shelf where there's like current reading. Like this is what I'm working on now. I don't know about you guys, but I read 10, 20 books at once. Magicians. Okay, so Party Cat. It's like a comedian. Jerry Seinfeld just says jokes. Anybody can just say those again, right? See how you can just repeat the jokes? But in the comedy world, they know you don't just take other people's content. You will be excommunicated from the comedy world in a heartbeat. But magicians, they just take shit. And it's not right. It's not right. Favorite Bond movie? I get that every single time, actually. License to Kill, I think, is a fantastic, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's a fantastic Bond movie because of the realism. It's not, I'm going to take over the world, It's a drug kingpin guy, that Bond gets mixed up with. And the scene where he's on the conveyor belt, very realistic. It's not a laser, he's not getting cut in half. Did I ever learn that Akon trick in Louisiana? I have a theory about that trick, by the way. But anyway, I cracked it as best I can, but that doesn't mean I can do it. As far as Bond movies go, I'd say probably my favorite Bond movie, it really might be Casino Royale. Because Daniel Craig had to reinvent that part, and he did a fantastic job, I thought. Stand-up? No, I build my stand-up in. I don't want to do stand-up by myself. I'm a card guy. So I put my comedy work, which is all, there's books on, I'm reading the same books that the comedians are, fantastic books. So all that work is there. Stand-up isn't just walking on stage and trying to be funny. There's 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 the setup, there's the act out, there's a very specific science to it. But I want to do the card work and integrate stand up. I'd feel like I'm robbing my audience if I'm just doing stand up. Except Michael Jackson level fame. Ugh. God, people just rip apart your life at that point. Yeah, that level of fame is just you can't you can't do anything. I mean, I get recognized now in airports and on the street, and it was pretty wild. In Vegas, like I'll be walking down the strip and people know who you are. Like 3 or 4 people will stop you. But I to be at the point where like you walk out and get mobbed and you have to have people run errands for you. I don't. That sounds pretty crazy. Skill set that needs improvement. Well, the thing for me is keeping old routines alive. I feel like I know so many routines and material that some things I know are rusty that I need to work on because you never know when you're going to need it on stage. So I could improve that and make sure that everything is much more polished up because I know this for a fact that I would ask Darwin about stuff and it was just ready to go. He had everything ready to go at all times. That to me is remarkable. Sean Connery Bond movies are all fantastic. Dr. No is a bit of a hard watch because the character isn't there yet, but Goldfinger I thought was excellent. From Russia with Love, those are like iconic movies. How many guitars do I own? Oh, I don't know, like 12, 13, 14. I am a parts guy too, so I have a lot of bodies and necks laying around. What's my favorite fast food cheat meal? I hate fast food. It is disgusting. It is absolutely, it's not even food. It tastes like chemicals. It's not food. The golf scene in Goldfinger, yeah. Those are just iconic scenes, man. And his acting is when he's in that white tux and he lights the cigarette as the oil tanker is blowing up in the background, and like, oh, was that me, or what was that? That is just Bond to a T. How long did it take for the most complicated thing I do? The most complicated thing that I have in my repertoire right now is certainly the Magic Castle closer, and that took about 5-6 years to put together. But I would say almost a decade before I was doing that in front of an audience. Joshua Venmo is Jason hyphen Ladany, Ladanye. Jason hyphen Ladany. Taco Bell rules, man. No, man. No, that's not now either. You want your explosive diarrhea. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. Magic Castle. I don't know. Career maker. I don't know about that. Whiskey versus Parasites. Yeah, for sure. 68 custom deluxe reverb. Yeah, I have a 64 Super and a 65 Princeton. They're just fantastic. Frank, he's working. I shot a whole bunch of stuff today. Oh my god, I shot some hilarious stuff today. I'll give you I'll give you the heads up. Oh, we're at 9 o'clock. I did I did another 9 is prime proof video, and I did another 16 is prime video, which I thought was fantastic. Somebody wanted a ridiculous blackjack challenge. We did that. And what else did we shoot? There was one other thing in there. How many hours do I sleep? I like to go to bed around like midnight 1 or something like that, and get up around 8 or 9. Andrew, $10. You hate my math? What do you hate about my math? Andrew, thank you for the dono. I appreciate it. Andrew, did you want me to explain why 8 is prime? Or did you just dono for the sake of dono? Andrew, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Do I teach card controls? Yeah, they're in my books. I have 2 books. These are called books. They open like this. And there's information in them. And the information that you seek is in these books. The last 4 digits, 3973. 3973. Well, thank you. Who's asking me? Oh, Andrew. Thank you, man. I appreciate it very much. The only channel where I'm a member. Oh, well, thanks, man. Yeah, we're putting right. That's gonna change over time. Right now, we're just doing like super easy. The prime. Oh, Joshua. Joshua just donated to learn about prime numbers. I will now prove to you beyond any doubt that 2 is in fact prime. We all know that. 8 is prime. 9 is prime. 16 is prime. 21 is prime. 25 is prime. Joshua, are you there? We ready? Because it's flipped, it says, my favorite high quality and meaningful numbers. Because I've lived my entire life, and over my life, I've developed a certain, a certain connection, a certain bond with numbers, and therefore I call them my favorite numbers that I hold at a higher level than other numbers. And they're in this little box. And look at that. 8 is a prime number because this is a very special number to me. 25 is a prime number because it's so special to me. It's such a special number, and it's held at a higher level than other numbers. 6 is prime, and 9 is prime. 16 is prime, and 21 is prime. Like I said, these are all prime numbers because I'm using the definition of prime numbers. That means a higher quality of numbers. No. There's like 4 people that have asked me, what definition are you using? And all I respond is I say, 9 is a prime number. And people lose their fucking minds. Oh my God, it's hilarious. Thanks for the $20 though. I wish I could have given you the 40, but I just proved that all those numbers are prime. Tell me your creation is unique enough if I've seen it. Triumph deck ends in... Tuscan, hang on a second. Can you tell me if my creation is unique enough? Triumph, but the deck ends in order. That's been done a million times. The color change. I don't know. That's a good question. That sounds like a nice routine. It sounds too. I'm just gonna be 1,000% honest, Tuscan. That sounds a little too not simple. Just like I think it may have been done already. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but that's so like right there that I think someone has probably already done that. Where can you buy the books? My books are on my website, CardMagicByJason.com. However, my store, we're adding some new products to the store. Can I show those? Hang on. Hold up. Hold the phone. We're adding some new products. Look at that. Bam! I mean, whose mom doesn't want that in their bedroom? Signed posters. We have some new shirts. We have some new hats. We have odds and ends. So anyway, the store is going to be down for another week or so, and then you can buy dice. You can buy the Apollo playing cards. Where's my Apollo cards? These are back. Gorgeous. And 20 years ago. No, that's from 2018. Scotland, it's so on our wish list. We have we added London and Paris. We're doing Germany, Netherlands, and what's the other one? Oh, Belgium. There's a venue in Belgium, but Scotland and Australia, Canada. There's a handful of places that we are actively looking at venues and talking to the promoters and trying to get booked. So my schedule, just so we can't just call a place and say, hey, we're going to be there. I'm booked out to middle of 2027. We're booking stuff in April and over the summer already. And the venues are booked out as well. And we have to get all that to line up because we don't want to fly to Australia for 2 gigs. We want to go down there for like 8 dates or something. So it takes work to get it to line up. So what they'll come to us and say, hey, are you available this? And we're like, no, we're got this stuff booked. Oh my God, 9 is prime. We're so making Prime merch. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry your heart. You, Randy, we are making Prime content. If you look at the analytics on Prime stuff, it's ridiculous. It's like 8 times the views. Toronto. Yeah, 100% will be in Toronto. There's a casino just outside of Toronto, 45 minutes or so. That we're looking at. Hey, when Nurbik Dada stops stealing my shit, maybe I'll come to India. That's your job. If you're in India, let that piece of shit know that you can't steal other people's content. Have I seen Markovi? Yeah, I have. You know, his FISM thing, I thought that was great. But the daily videos, I can't. I cannot. My first magic gig that I got paid for, I was 10 years old, and guess I got $10. And I loved it. I thought I was rich. $10. Advanced stuff on the members, yeah, 100%. So you guys are, I feel like I'm giving you guys like insider info. What we're doing is we're doing the bronze stuff where the like simple stuff, and I'm gonna see how much of that content gets stolen. Because I know other content creators that have their paywall, and everything that's behind their paywall is on TikTok. You can watch it for free. People are just stealing the stuff. So I'm not putting my work on YouTube if it's just going to end up getting ripped off. So right now we're just testing the waters to see what happens with that content. Best tutorial books for card cheating and magic. I'd go with, that's a great question. It's hard to nail it down to one book, but the card college books are fantastic. Darwin's books are great. Marlowe's books. There's no one specific book. Tom Maurice has great books. Aronson has fantastic books. Renee Levon's. What kind of hat am I wearing? It's a Gorin hat. Gorin. Patreon, yeah, probably something. How old was I when my brother showed me that trick? 7 years old when my brother showed me a trick, and it blew my mind, and here we are today. Discount for my books. Yeah, I do sales typically around holidays, normal stuff, and it's usually 20%, something like that. Cardistry, really not my thing. I know like literally 2 cardistry cuts. It doesn't. Think about being a bartender. Do you care about mixing great drink, like just fantastic drinks, like they taste? You really got your chemistry down, or whatever they call it, your mixology. Do you care if the bartender spins the bottle 5 times before he pours it? I want my drink to taste good. I don't want to drink something that tastes like shit and say, you know what though? The guy spun the bottle 7 times and that was pretty cool. So this is no disrespect to the cardistry community. It's just not for me. And when I see it, I'm not like, wow. I'm not wowed by it. So it's just not my thing. Harrison Kramer, never heard of him. Are you the guy that asks that every time we're in here? Discord, yeah, I know what you mean about stuff like that. I have, chances are I'll just be doing streaming like I've done already, where I upload the video series to Vimeo or YouTube or whatever, and you go behind a paywall and you buy it and watch it. And then we have, I just know that all that, it's just all going to get ripped off. Brooklyn, how do I get on stage? During the show, I bring up 10 people. During every show, I'm bringing people up from the stage. I quite literally say, who wants to come up? I say, who wants to help? First person to walk on the stage. So you can do that. Or I specifically call certain people. And if you have a much better chance of being on stage if you're in the first 2 or 3 rows, because I can see you. How important is a mentor in magic? Extremely important. Learning off YouTube is a one-way street. A mentor can, in real time, fix problems that you're having. A video is not going to stop you and say, whoa, not like that. Do it like this. A free deck. Oh, that reminds me. I'm doing a free giveaway. Excuse me. I'm doing a free giveaway soon on the site. I'll do on the videos. I'll do something, probably a few of them. I could imagine that I had a great mentor. Yes, I did. He was fantastic. Did I ever see Ricky Jay perform? Yeah, I saw him right before he passed away, like quite literally months before he passed away. And it was interesting because he was definitely past. He missed a lot of lines. He was off on a lot of things, but that was the only time I ever got to see him. So it was kind of bittersweet in the sense that I was getting to see one of my kind of heroes, but at the same time, watch it. I don't know how to explain it. He certainly forgot a lot of his lines and everything, but it was still a great show. And then he passed away, like quite literally, right after that. It was a show called Cards and Conversation in New York City. Could I fool Penn and Teller? Easily, yeah. LA? Yeah, LA is February 19th, and we just booked San Diego. Beat Blackjack. Anybody can beat Blackjack. Recommended reading. Screenshot it. Screenshot time. This book was actually a misprint. The cover was printed backwards, so it's worth an exceptional amount of money. But if you want to learn how to win at blackjack, read that. And then to seal the deal, read this. I made lots of money with this book. Screenshot. I would call Darwin at like 3 in the morning and tell him what happened. And he'd say, I told you. What kind of car is that? Are you cheating? Is that guy cheating? Who would ask what kind of car is that? Is there a car? There's not even a car back there. Have I met Hofzinser? No, no. No, I did not. Free book giveaway. You know, I did a members only thing where I think I gave away my books. Yeah, Darwin would be up at 4:30 in the morning. What happened to the you talking about the goat? It's still there. I still have it. I just took it off the shelf. When I was putting I think I switched out the Mustang and I took the goat down. I feel like it had its era. When am I coming to Canada? It's in the works. Toronto and Vancouver are the likely places to start. John Wick, yeah, I'll probably do that scene. You know, their company, not the movie place. Some company did a licensed John Wick poker chipset. They're likely going to pay me a lot of money to do that thing. So I haven't posted it because I want to save it for the poker chip thing. How much do I read per day? I have, so you guys ever notice I can't find anything? Somebody asked me about a book and I cannot find it because I'm constantly pulling books out and I'm reading them upstairs or reading them here. There's a table here, a reading area here. And I'm always reading books, but I don't have like a set time. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to read now. I just have them out. And when that time comes, when I'm done and ready to read, I'll sit down and read. A half hour or an hour here and there. But with touring, it's harder. Airports, that's where I get my reading done, really. That's the best place. Digital book editions, I hate digital. I don't like it. I like a piece of paper. I want to read it. I want to take notes in it. I'm not a digital book guy at all. Did I come up with the dice position? Yeah, of course. If you see it on my channel, I don't do other people's stuff. Live, I'll do something that Mike Vincent taught me or Jack Carpenter, Darwin stuff or whatever. But on my channel, chances are I am doing something that I came up with. Touring Canada, what a great question. Toronto and Vancouver are likely the first places we'll hit. What's the holdup on coming to Quebec? We talked to promoters. We have to get my schedule to align with their schedule. And I'm touring. We're booked out almost a year. We're booked out about 10 months right now. So they'll give us a date, but we're already booked. So we have to just get it to line up. Digital books, I just can't get into them. I don't know why. I just don't do it. Favorite watch I own? This is a great watch. This is my No Time to Die. That really is an amazing piece. Favorite? I don't know if this is my favorite or not, but I do like it. That's the Bruce Wayne. Hulk is always it's kind of a flashy piece. But I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't have a favorite. I have to honestly say I don't have a favorite. I open up the thing and I say, what haven't I worn today? Oh, I have a blue hat on today. I'll wear my blue Omega. Hulk watch is great. Yeah, it actually goes nice. It looks good on stage. It's a little flashy. With the green mat, it looks good. Strat, PRS, or Les Paul. Believe it, I did the PRS video But PRS isn't really my favorite guitar. I'm really a Fender or Gibson kind of a guy. Les Paul probably. I think a Les Paul is going to give you a bigger, more powerful sound, where a Strat has its moments, but a Les Paul, I think, I mean, Gary Moore versus Stevie Ray, I think that Gary Moore is that huge Gibson sound. Love the hat. Yeah, Gorin hats are great. Gorin hats are fantastic because they show up and you put them on. You don't have to break them in. The Black Clover hats, you have to fuck with the brim, and once they're worn in though, they're great. Have I met Richard Turner? No, I have talked to him on the phone several times. That's a Bruno amp back there. Bruno, Tony Bruno, guy from the Catskills, Underground 30, it's called. It's just great. Have I read any of the books? No, I buy them for looks. I put them on the shelf and I hope through osmosis the information comes out of them. And yes, of course, I've read every single one of those books. Some several times as well. Do I use stuff on my hands and lotion? No, not really. I don't. My hands are. I'm really fortunate that I don't have any real problems in the dead of winter. I'm a New York guy, so up here in New York, when it's February and it's been 20 below, my knuckles will split on the back. I'll make a fist like this, and I'll have the skin will actually break. And so in the dead of winter, for like there's like a 2 or 3 week period where I'll put lotion up here, but that's it. I don't like. I just am lucky that I have good moisture in my hands. I know guys like Mike Vincent. Mike Vincent, his hands are so dry that he simply cannot perform. He can't even handle playing cards sometimes. The yellow one, that's the Fred Robinson book. I'll prove it to you. Fred Robinson. Darwin's Center Deal is in here. If you want to do a solid Center Deal, the Alan Kennedy Center Deal, it's in here. And it's fantastic. But yeah, I got this book probably in my early 20s. Good stuff. Screenshot time. This is probably a hard book to find. Was I Darwin's first student? No. He had a handful of like so-so students. Andrew Wimhurst is kind of like the first guy that went through Darwin. But Andrew lived in Australia, so they didn't get too much time together. But I was his first, like, fully obsessed. I'm going to make a career out of this, and I'm going to learn every single thing that comes out of your mouth. So I think I took it the furthest, I think. And that's it. There's other students that have worked, but they've only done a handful of lessons or whatever. Watching me on cards is like Oscar Peterson on keys. Wow, that's probably the nicest thing anyone's ever said on social media. Slang and beats. That is truly, especially saying that too because of Oscar. If you say that to the random person who doesn't know who Oscar Peterson is like the goat of goats of goats. So that really is something else. Too bad Jesus never had a chance to do card magic. He's busy with water and wine. That old trick. Hey, I can't find my keys, Jesus. Look in that drawer. Oh my God, how'd you do that? Tuscan, thank you, man. Thank you for the dono. meet a card magician from the past, I would say Ed Marlowe. Definitely not Daniel Madison, but Ed Marlowe. Ed Marlowe has the disease of taking card magic so far. If you read a Marlowe book, there's an unbelievable routine like Leaper, for example. You deal 2 piles of cards, and whatever card they pick at a certain number disappears from this pile and appears in this pile. And you don't, it's very clean, cards across kind of thing. And then for the next 25 pages, there is 10 different versions of it, 10 completely different handlings. And Marlowe, he would just dig so deep into, you can do it this way, you can do it this way, and this way, and this way. But also the downside to that is he didn't tell you which one, he just gave you all the methods. So you're kind of on your own to pick which one's good. Marlowe and Elmsley have great stuff. Yeah, Elmsley has some really great Pharaoh ideas and things. Art Tatum is the foundation for Oscar Peterson. But if I had to, here's the deal with Art Tatum versus Peterson. If I had to go on a 10-hour bus ride, who would I want to listen to versus Art Tatum or Oscar Peterson? It would be Oscar Peterson all day. Oscar just has such a wider variety of fast swings and blues and ballads and all sorts of stuff. And Art Tatum is going to be a lot more of the same kind of stuff. Penelope Principal, yeah, we don't want to tip too many people about that. Me playing piano, I'll be doing more piano videos. I'm gonna do them probably on the weekends. Wow, it's 9:30 already. Present magician. Oh, I see. So an old Daniel Madison, a present. It's just a great question. Do you know, honestly, this might surprise you, but you know who's really crushing it? The question was magician or card magician. Oz Perlman has been doing some truly, I mean, he's doing what I'm doing, where you reinvent. Card magic's been around forever, but you're now in the spotlight, bringing all these old things back and having to reinvent them. And Oz has been doing some amazing stuff, and I wouldn't mind catching one of his shows. But as far as card guys go, who's alive? I mean, Ricky's been dead for 7 years now. Would have been Ricky. Who's my favorite cruise ship man? You're gonna get my channel banned. Robert Cray is one of the best blues, and he's so forgotten. People don't, the Buddy Guy, blah, blah, blah. Robert Cray, his singing, Robert Cray is just phenomenal. And his tone is, it sounds like he's playing nines with the way he bends that D string. His bends are just wild. David Blaine. Yeah, David Blaine is not the best card guy. David Blaine can puke up a frog like it's nobody's business. And he can eat glass and do all sorts of wild shit, but the card work does not quite cut it. My Rolex AD, yeah, I don't deal with that. I'm a gray market. I just buy the watch. I'm not going to sit on your stupid list for 6 years. Apollo Deck is on my site right now. Steven, thank you for 4 months. Wow. Thank you for that. The Apollos are on the site. You can buy as many as you want. But our site is down for the next week or so. Blaine is very entertaining. I talk about this. This is no disrespect to magicians or whatever. You're either a card mechanic or you're a card magician. I happen to be both. But you can tell when a card magician is handling a deck. There's certain moves that aren't quite cutting it. Channel on, yeah, Blaine's Tricks. I think I've seen clips of what you're talking about. They were cutting up one of his appearances on Fallon or whatever like that. For what? For 27,000 views on TikTok for $11. $11 in a month. Great work. The site is, no, my store. Jeremy, my store right now, the website's up. You can't order anything. The shipping that we're adding a couple new products, and the person that does all my shipping is on vacation. So we just took the site down. The option down. It'll be back in a week. Expensive decks of cards. Yeah, I have some golden nuggets, old 60s golden nuggets. They're like oh, the golden nuggets are 350 bucks. Miss Mag, the OG. Miss Mag. I have a funny story about Miss Mag. Miss Mag's in the comments going like, I don't think you can do this dice thing. Not that you sound that way, Miss Mag. So at the end of the show in Denver, we did some dice work for Miss Mag. The OG. If you want to see amazing card shit and learn cool card stuff, the legend has entered the chat. Miss Mag, go follow that. If you don't follow Miss Mag, go follow Miss Mag. Miss Mag, I enjoy, thank you for the incredibly generous dono. And also, I appreciate you in the comments. Quite generous. I appreciate that. The old YouTube legend himself. What cheating books would I recommend from my books are split half magic, half card cheating. So there's 18 effects in each book, and 9 of them are magic and 9, well, I don't know if it's an even split, but they're split roughly down the middle. Is 18 a prime number? No. $16 is, though. How long did it take to hone in on the character? That's a great question. The character has evolved. If you watch my videos from 2010, I'm very mild. Very, very mild. I mean, the insult is still there, but I'm talking about somebody's shuffle. Oh, great job. Oh, it's great. Oh, no, bend them up. Very mild, and the character has just gotten more abrasive, and I'm finding what I can get away with on stage and where it's still funny and when it crosses the line and all that. So the character is always evolving. And I think it took its biggest shift in the last couple years where it got even more aggressive. Because you're never sure. There's certain jokes that I came up with back in like 2015 that I loved, but I knew were too aggressive for my show. Like, I'd love to tell that joke, but I'm worried that my audience would turn on me. And now I'm doing those jokes, and the audience loves them. So, show us a trick. Oh, that's bingo. We have bingo. We hit it. Show us a trick. We got bingo guy. Show us a trick. Earlier, we had the Toronto show. When are we going to be in Toronto? We have the goat in the middle. What hat is that? It's a Gorn hat. And thoughts on magicians. There's our first bingo. You guys are great. It took us a while, but we got here. Fantastic. What can I do? All right, we'll finish with this. And then we'll call it. I have to go eat. It's after. I have a steak sitting upstairs. It's been there for a while. Who was the guy that said, show us a trick? Wise Fish. Wise Fish, you there, buddy? Wise Fish. We're all waiting on you, buddy. Wise Fish, name a card. We are all wise fish. Well, in a way, you're right. Wise fish. We're waiting for wise fish. 6 of hearts. Are you sure? You could have had any card. We're talking to wise fish. You could have had any card of all these cards. Wise fish, yes, he confirms. Of all of these cards, I really thought you were going to go for the king. I thought you were going to go for the king. A lot of people do that. There's a common card. The 7 of hearts is in there. That's a super common card. King, another king. There's only a few picture cards, but you wanted the 6 of hearts. And I find it interesting that there's only one. There's only one card in here that's red that happens to be a 6 of hearts. Oh my God, I get to go have a steak now. Can I have a steak? All right, guys, I appreciate it. I love you much. I love every single one of you. I'm glad that I could teach. I'm glad that I could teach prime numbers to everybody today. I'm glad that we hit bingo. My steak, should I post a picture of it on Instagram? I don't know. It's a nice, big, fat, juicy steak. 5 minutes and 5 minutes. Some olive oil. Nice cold beer. Miss Mag, thank you so much for your dono. Thank you everybody for hopping in. We did a good amount of time today. Steak is actually, you know what? Steak is prime. Slang and Beats, you are 1,000% right. $32 steak, you're actually right. Whole Foods. You're right. Kevin, you guys are on fire. Beer, Modelo. Having a Modelo tonight. All right, guys. Love you much.